Good day, everyone. Thank you for coming into this YouTube channel, Trade Live with Precise Trader. Okay, today is 6th of August and Asian session. Okay, do take note of the risk disclosure. Day trading in foreign exchange is risky. Past results are not indicative of future returns. The content on this webinar is mainly educational purpose. Use your information entirely at your own risk, and you must assess the risk of your trade with your broker before you put in your trades. With that, we move on to our live analysis. The key data. Okay, the key data that is out today is we have from the New Zealand we have unemployment rate which came out to be slightly better than forecast. Okay, forecast was 5.3 and came out to be 5.2. Then we also have an employment change quarter on quarter. Forecast was negative 0.1 and came out to be as expected. And we don't have any other important data except for US crude oil inventories, which is out at 22.30. Okay, so these are the key data that is going to be out. Then as far as the the trade is concerned, okay, yesterday we managed to break even towards the end. In fact, initially we were losing. I think we were losing beginning of the day. Then later we were recovering. Then finally, because I think all our losses came from the gold. So if you notice, majority of the losses all came about in the gold. And what we feel is, I think we are losing money unnecessarily on this. So what I was thinking was, from today onwards, we will try slightly change the strategy a bit. Okay, because of course it's not a major change to the strategy, but slightly, because sometimes, like you see, like for instance, if you're taking three trades together, like for instance euro US, gold US, gold euro, and gold Aussie. So if you're wrong, most likely most of all the three are going in the wrong direction. So what we are trying to do from today is, okay, we will try to take one trade first, that means gold US first. Then until it starts to make money, until this is in our direction, then we may not want to go into that the other two trades. But of course, once this is making money, then we should start to uh, concentrate on the other two, so at least that should solve the problem. Okay, so that's one. Then second thing is also, I remember yesterday I was talking to you the key to success. Okay, mainly the key to success is the money management. Okay, money management is of course, without proper managing of the money, even if we can have a fantastic knowledge and fantastic experience, but if you are not able to do the proper money management, then we should not be able to survive, or we should not be able to, we should not be successful in this unless you get that thing right. So now what we are trying or going to do is, okay, we are going to give one more check. Okay, one more check to see, to arrest that problem, of the money management. So previously we gave you the rules, basically 2% rule. That means every day we try to make 2%, and also our risk is also at 2%. Okay, so now what we are going to do is, we are going to go for a focused trading. Okay, now what is the other rule, or the other set of rule which we want to implement is, the beginning of the day, like for instance, the first trading, the beginning of the day is the most crucial in your trading for the day, and so is the end of the day. Okay, end of the day, that means, like when you are coming towards the end of the day, that is also crucial, because in order for us to maintain our profits and move in the right direction. I'm not sure whether you are aware of this 4 times 100, the relay, or 8 times 100. I don't think this 8 times 100, 4 by uh, I'm not sure what's the other event. Okay, but let's start on let's see the 4 by 100 as an example. So the strategy to win the race, if you are running, you're taking part in 4 by 100, is the best way is, you need to know that the first runner and the last runner must always be the fastest. Okay, the first runner is to give you the confidence that you are in control, and the last runner is you are in control. Even if you have the second and third runner fails, then at least the fourth runner can fight back and finally close or win the race. The same manner for in forex trading. Okay, we have split into 4 time belt. Okay, we take it as a 4 by 100, meaning to say that the first runner, which means that the first time belt or the first trade is very crucial. Okay, that means we should be making money on the first time belt, or at least the trade must be in our favor. Okay, so if let's say, beginning of the trade, first trade itself, you take a trade, then you get stopped out, then I think you panic a bit, then the second trade, third trade, all will become a bit more difficult, because end of the day, see, you are having a few checks, like for instance, you cannot lose more than 2% per day. So when you have 2% per day, let's say you start off the day and you already lose half a percent or 1%, then there is a most likely chance that you would not be able to concentrate and try to make back and be in the race. Okay, so so what we are going to do from today is, we are trying to going to concentrate on the morning trades to make money first. So once we started to make money, then I think half of the hurdle is cleared. Then the second and third time belt. Okay, that is, you see, our time belt are designed in such a way that morning starts at Singapore time 5 a.m. Okay, 5 a.m. Then add every 6 hours to that time belt. So is 5 to 11 is the first time belt, then 11 to 17 is the second time belt, then 17 to 23 is the third time belt, and 23 to 5 o'clock, this is the fourth time belt. So what our focus must be on the first and the last. In between, of course, we can afford to relax a bit, but make sure that the first and last are more focused, and that's what we are trying to do. But of course, we are starting in a bit late, because we are not starting on the first time belt, but we are starting at the second time belt, but that we are taking as the first, but that is a uh, 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 adjustments which we are making. But in actual fact, if we are able to trade at 5 or 6. I mean, of course, that is where the market starts the day, and that's where you can see a lot of activities. That's one. But of course, the volume would be very thin. Okay, you must also understand how the whole market works. See, like for instance, you must understand how the whole system works. Okay, early in the morning, the first market to come is New Zealand market. Okay, they are the first one to start the market. Then Australia would come in next. Okay, then the third would be Japan will be coming in third. Fourth would be Singapore, uh, uh, Taiwan, Korea, all this. Then Hong Kong, followed by Hong Kong. So when all these markets are placing, that means you can get the maximum volume when all these markets are in running. Meaning to say that New Zealand, Australia, Japan, Taiwan, Korea, Singapore, Hong Kong. So all these are Asian markets. But of course, we have India also coming into play. That is another thing. It's all under Asian markets. Yeah, then we have Bangkok, Philippines, Indonesia. All these are smaller markets. But still they all are playing. So when all these people are are intact, then that's where you can get the maximum volume for Asian market. Then the next thing you must understand is, then the next thing, Europe comes into play. Okay, Europe, all this London, Germany, France, Holland, Spain, Denmark, all the Europe will come in around Singapore 2 to 3 o'clock. So that is the time all these markets is coming into play. So the next thing is when all this market comes into play, New Zealand will knock off, Australia will knock off, then Japan will knock off, then will slowly, the same time they started, then they will try to close one of these markets one by one. Then finally, US, Canada will come into play. And by the time US and Canada comes into play, all the Asian markets will shut down, and Europe and US will be intact. Okay, US and Europe. US means US, Canada, and Europe will be functioning. Then finally, Europe will knock off. Then finally, US and Canada are controlling the game. Then finally, they close the market. So in other words, the day good morning. Yeah, good morning. In other words, the day starts off with New Zealand, and the day ends with US. Okay, US and Canada. So you must understand that I like just now I gave you an example. Starting and finishing are the most important in trading. That is, beginning of the day, we must make sure that we don't lose money, or we don't get ourselves caught in the trade in the morning. So our first trade is the one that dictates the mindset for the whole day. In fact, I would say the whole day. And the final mindset that means the final timing, which is the US, will set the mindset for the end of the day. So that means, we can have a good sleep if we are able to do it right. So now what we are going to do from today is, so we are going to try to concentrate. Early on yesterday I said that the golden rule in success is, the first thing is you must understand the money management, which is the 2% per day loss, and profit also, we are looking at 2 to 3%. This sets. So now what we are going to do is, so we are going to do the next one today. We are going to add on one more rule, which means that we should be we should make money in the first or second session. Then we can move on to the third and fourth. So if let's say the first session we go work as a plan, we make money, then we can build up. That means we can go into the Europe session confidently, then we can go into the US session confidently. But if let's say the first session came out to be uh, a bad start, remember I was also using the example of playing. Just imagine you're playing a cricket, or you're managing the team. You're the manager of the cricket team, and you are going to trade the same manner. So when wickets are out in the early stage, then we should have a very stabilized game. We need players to come in to stabilize the game, so at least we can finish the game in a very decent and decent manner. So the same thing, like yesterday, you see, I'm just showing you or sharing you. Yesterday we had so many trades. Okay, we have more than, okay, let's say, okay, we had, this is the whole screen is about 20 over trades. Then from here, so we will go for another 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So we have 32 trials. That means we have attempted 32 times, and of course our net result was was flat. Okay, but overall we are making. Okay, overall we are making. We just started with the 50,000 account, so we are making about 2.5% profit. That means Monday we made about 2%. So yesterday and today, so we have just made another 0.5%, but we are still working on. So what I'm trying to tell you is you need to have a proper money management. How many percent you are making? What would be your target? What would be your goals and all this? So now let's start. So now what I'm going to do from today is we are also planning to start slowly into the Asian indices. Okay, meaning to say, like if you see, I've started Aussie index just started today, but I just want to try. But of course, I'm not telling you that you got to follow us all what we are doing. Okay, so end of the day, you must understand there is a lot of big movements, big opportunity is there, is mainly on gold, mainly on indices, and mainly on the crypto. Okay, so these are the three big opportunities that is available in the market for you to grab. And from experience, my advice or my suggestion is try to have one or two on this kind of markets, so at least you have a big opportunity to make money, and you can turn your profits much faster. But forex is for those people who are very so-called very conservative, who don't want to take that kind of risk, and who just want to have a slow game. Then you got to follow forex. The forex, the application is slightly different. Okay, most of the time the market is dead quiet, or this is within a trading range, and forex moves when there is a important data announcement, especially interest rate announcement, or any data that is related to interest rate, that is sensitive, and forex is sensitive to that markets. But of course, we just have to stick to the trend. We still have to follow the rules. We just have to follow the market. But the only thing is, you don't forex, we have to give more time for the market to work its way out. But indices, gold, and crypto, they are pretty fast. Okay, now today we just have started And what I'm going to do is, like as I said, we would be keying in more orders, but the thing is, the order doesn't have to be uh, uh, all at market, but we would be taking one or two trades at market for us to build the confidence and stay on with the trade and stay focused. So I hope I'm being pretty clear. And for those of you who have just joined, okay, what I would suggest is probably you may want to play back and you may see. But of course, if I have a time, then I would want to uh, recap and talk to you again. But sometimes you must also understand. Sometimes when you are unlucky, or I wouldn't say unlucky, most of the time, because our levels are so reliable and so precise, most of the time the levels will strike, then the market will turn, stopped out or turn. This is what happens. Like I'm just showing you one example. Today morning, in fact, I wanted to start off the day. I went and shorted gold at 80. In fact, I had a good entry point. I shorted at 80 and I put a stop at 84. And I wanted to sell again at 86 or 87. Okay, I put another trade at 87. But I was very unfortunate. Uh, I had the 80 failed and the price went to 80, 86, and this order did not get filled and the market started to turn down from there. So this always happens. Okay, this always happens. Okay, then another thing also what I want to tell you is our system is very straightforward. We try to take first trade with a small volume. Then we try uh, to uh, get the temperature of the of the market. Meaning to say, if we are right, then we go for add-on entry. Like yesterday, we did on the Dow, which we made good money on the Dow. And yesterday, gold, of course, gold failed us, but sometimes this happens, but we should have to accept this. So now, looking at this, so now we are trying to key in these orders, but of course, I'm not suggesting you to key in all the orders. Try to concentrate on the orders which you can do and which you can focus, which you are trading. But of course, you got to let me know what you are trading, so at least I can guide you and I can suggest to you. So now let's start the day. So now we are given uh, uh, Hong Kong selling at this, and we have not given any TP for this. So we are waiting for this market to turn, then we would do. But if you are trading any one of this market, because I don't want to waste my time talking about this market which you all are not trading. So maybe if you can give me under the comment section what are the markets you are trading or what are the market you want to discuss, then we can discuss and we can show. Because doesn't mean that I key in 20 orders, you key in all the 20, then you try to get caught and lose money. So what I'm trying to suggest to you is try to give you a system, and at the same time you decide what you want to focus and you just focus what you are doing. So don't get confused, don't get yourself into trouble by keying in all the orders. So now all these orders are still under control. Okay, because when we do trades, okay, we only try to look at the market when it's losing big money or when it's making big money. So these are the two conditions. See, we try to make it very simplified, very straightforward, so at least you know how, and we can do it very systematic and very focused. So now the dollar yen is making money, is making about 20 pips. So let's see whether dollar yen we can go for any add-on entry, whether any possibility is there. Then after that, we start our daily process, then finally we we end the session. So now let's see the dollar yen. Okay, the dollar yen. So if you notice, okay, if you look at on the weekly, okay, if you look at on the weekly, this is still up, okay, still up, but still in a congestion. So we feel that this might go up. Then on the daily, this is showing below the open, so which means to say that this is showing weakness on the daily. So price is expected to come down as long as the price is below 147.60 and 147.70. Another thing I've noticed here is we are seeing lower highs, okay, lower highs. Now we look into the 6 hour. So the 6 hour is saying that this market is in a congestion, and right now this market is showing some weakness, but this is not good enough to go for add-on entry because this is only a congestion. So we will wait, and we don't want to go for any add-on entry. Okay, so now let's remain that trade. We don't want to do any add-on entry. Okay, so let's move on to our other trades. Okay, now looking at this, let's start off with euro, like what we used to do. Euro, then pound, dollar yen, Aussie, gold, then Bitcoin, and followed by indices. So now let's move on to the euro. So the euro, what is telling us right now, okay, what the picture is giving us is weekly, this is a bit low, and this is trading below the weekly open, which means to say that there is a probability that a weekly high is seen, probability. But of course, we have to see the low break, then only we can confirm that that is the high. Until then, anything can happen or any changes can be seen. So when we look on the daily, this is also in a congestion. And when we look into the 6 hour, so the 6 hour is telling us that this is still in a congestion, and we have yet to see the high. And RSI is also confirming that we have yet to see the high. And the most likely high target I'm looking for is extension of this level, which is 11650 and 11675, or extension of this level which is also 11625 and 11645, or retracement of this level which is 11630.40. So in other words, we should be seeing the price cracking the high, and we have yet to see the high. Okay, we have yet to see the high. So we should be looking to buy this because the high is still not seen yet. Then if we go for a projection, we should see about 11650 as the final target. So right now what we are seeing is we are seeing the price creeping higher, and we are into the new time belt, and we should be seeing a target, the high break, and we should see the extension at least towards 11620. So what we can do is we can have two types of entry. Okay, one is we try to go one at market and target 11620. Another one at, we would go for extension lower towards this, which is 115.60 with the stop below 20, then we would see the high towards 116.50. Then beyond 116.50, we would go for a sell. So based on this, we have two orders. Okay, two orders on the euro. Okay, one is a scalping entry. We are going for, okay, maybe we'll put as a 0.5. Since we are going market, okay, we will try to, sorry, the scalping is market and day is slightly lower. Okay, so this is 116.50 and day buy. Okay, day buy. And this is the day buy we are entering, and we are going for a market buy. Okay, market buy on the euro. Okay. We are bought at market, and the stop we will try to put below 50. Okay, because 55 is our entry, and the TP is 116.20. And since this we are going for the trade, we straight away we will go for the TP as well. Okay, so the next trade we are going to look for is pound. Pound. See, when we do the research on the one cross, usually the rest of the crosses are much more easier, unless it is not in rhythmatic trading, or this is diverging from the other currency. So that is something we need to look. And remember that the pound, we have a interest rate announcement tomorrow, and the market is expecting a cut. So we can expect the strength until this announcement. Then after that, we may see the price turning down. So for this, if we look onto the 6 hour, this is also a similar situation. We are expecting the target somewhere near 33.80. Then we will go for 33.5 and 33.80 as the target. So now, if you look into this, if you look on the 15-minute, looks like we may have seen the base, and this is a similar situation. So since this is going to have a cut, we would go for a conservative play. That means the target at 33.30 and 33.50, and one we will try to go at market. Another entry we will try to go slightly lower, which is 80. Okay, 80, 85. Then the stop below 60, 65. So we have two entries based on this. Okay, one is we are going to go for a market entry, and the stop is 80. Okay, 80, and TP is only about 30 or 35. We don't want to go for beyond that entry. Then we have another entry which is buying at 32.85 and 60 is our stop loss, and TP is 33.5. Okay, and this is a day buy. Okay, if you notice, most of our stop are between 30, it's not beyond 40 pips. So between 25 to 40 pips, we will practice the stop unless we are desperate. Then we want to be in the trade. Then we will be on the thing. Then the next one is dollar yen. Just now we discussed. So we are expecting the price target towards 47. Okay, 47. But we want to exit before 47.30, and right now is 47.40. So let it work. Okay, let it work. So we don't want to disturb this trade. Then the next one, a quick one on the Aussie, also in a similar manner. Okay, you see this is already moving up. So we should see the price extension of this, which is 65.10. And let me see what is on the weekly. Okay, weekly is showing mild strength. Daily is also showing mild strength. And and I don't think we should be seeing the price going beyond 65.30. So your 6 hours is showing some strength. So we will go for a buy slightly, and I don't want to go for any add-on entry. So we'll go for a buy at 64.85 and stop at 60 and TP at 65.10. Okay, so now we have 2 orders got filled. Okay, we got to concentrate that as well. Okay, let me quickly give you this order, so at least then we can go on to the gold, because the gold order got filled. Okay, we are going to go for a buy at, we'll put at 80, 60 and 65.10. Okay, this is we'll just give about 2-3 hours, then we let this thing work. Okay, now just now the gold order got filled at 78, and we also had a Hong Kong, the second entry got filled at 905. Okay, so this two we need to do a check, then we need to do the adjustments. Okay, so let's look into the gold first and see what is the status. Okay, looking at the weekly. Okay, looking at the weekly, this is showing strength, and we should we should see the high, but the only thing is we have to see whether the high is confirmed, or we may see the price extending further, towards. So these are the clue that we are getting based on the weekly. If the high is confirmed, then we should see the market pulling down and doing a congestion. So now let's see the daily. Okay, daily, remember yesterday we were betting that that was the high, and we were expecting the price to come down. We were selling, but we were wrong, because I think after that, during the US session, it went to a high. So now today is showing lower high. Okay, today the same theory applies. Okay, the same theory applies, and we are going to see that yesterday's high is going to be the weekly high. You see, once we confirm the weekly high or the daily high, it is much more easier to be in the trade and take trade positions. So now if you look on the 6 hour, it's showing weakness, but it's having a pullback. So now let's see, the 2 hours is showing some strength. So The strength should not go beyond 85, and this strength is only expected to last for another 35 minutes. So which means to say, looks like this trade just now we shorted is a good trade. Okay, it's a good trade. That 78, we should not see the price going above 81 for the for today. If we are right that this is going to be the weekly high. So now what we can do is we can go for a sell, another sell at 81 half. Okay, now 81 half, and that stop we will put it as 86 half or 85.8. So then we expect this low to break. If it breaks, then the price can fall towards 70, 66 or 50. Okay, but your RSI is telling that this is going to be limited, so we got to be a bit careful on this trade, the TP. So how can we trade? Okay, first of all, we revise this stop to 83 half. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, so now we are going to put another trade, okay, another entry at 81 half. Okay, another one at 81 half, and this round we will go slightly higher volume. Okay, half lot, and the stop is 85, sorry, 85.8. Okay, 81 half, 86 half. Okay, and this is a Dutch sell. Usually, when we give a comment day sell, day buy, that means either we may have seen the low or high, or we are expecting that to be the low or high for the day. So I hope whatever we are doing, we are doing very systematic, so you try to understand and apply the same thing. So this TP we will work later, but since this is moving in the right direction, let's look at gold euro. Okay, gold euro and gold Aussie. Okay, both are showing weakness, so which means to say that this is a good trade we should be expecting. So now let's sell gold euro at market, and the stop we should put or we try to sell at 19 and 25 half as the stop. Okay, so we are going for gold euro selling 19 half and stop 25 half. Expiry just 3 hours from now. Okay, now let's look at gold Aussie. Gold Aussie, we tried to sell at 5208 and the stop at 17. I think gold Aussie looks more weaker. Okay, gold Aussie looks more weaker. So we try to because I don't want to actually I feel like entering market but let me check the okay, I think we can enter at 5203 because that looks more weaker. The reason being is two things. I think the Aussie dollar is showing strength. Okay, the gold Aussie we are trying to sell at a bit earlier, so we got to make sure that this order is filled because this is showing more weak and gold Aussie should come down by pretty big move and faster. So let's see the gold euro again. Euro is not showing that strength. Okay, now I think the gold euro also I think I may want to change it to market and the stop put at 20 half, because sometimes when we get this kind of movement, we got to be pretty alert and we have to react fast, otherwise we would be caught and we would be we would be missing the big opportunity. Okay, looks like I'm not going to get that thing filled. Let me try to lower it to 15. Okay, so the TP we will work out later because the main thing is our risk and okay, the gold euro is also filled. Is also filled. So we are holding all these trades. So the adjustments we need to make is we look from here. If we are losing more than like $100, we need to take action, okay, to see whether we want to close it or we want to give this market chance for it to turn. The same thing, once it's more than $100 profit, we got to see whether we want to go for add-on entry and we see how we can play the game. So right now, as I told you, this dollar yen, I don't want to go for add-on because of course there is it has room to go down, but I would want to have a conservative game. And remember, I told you beginning of the day we tried to accumulate some profits, so that would help us to stay on course and move on until end of the day. So the next one, while we are working on this, let's move on to the crypto. Okay, the crypto we are going to see Bitcoin. Okay, the Bitcoin, what we are seeing is on the weekly. This is looks like it's a congestion with a downside view. Okay, this is with the downside view. Then just give me 1 minute. Okay, this is a weekly is congestion with the downside view. Daily, this market looks like this is a congestion and this is uh, coming off, which means to say that the price is expected to test this low and break, and it can go further down. Okay, further down. And if you look at the 6-hour chart, this is also in a congestion, and we should see the price testing. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. Sorry. Sorry. So Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin. Okay, let's see one more round. Okay, weekly is weaker. The Bitcoin. Daily is also weak, and I think we may have seen the high for the day because the market opened near the open, and this is near the previous day close. So price is expected to fall and expected to break, test this low and break. If it breaks, then we should see the price going towards 110. I think in fact this last week already we were anticipating this. So now if you look at this 6 hour, this is showing weakness, and let's see how long is left. 14 means another 2.5 hours left. Okay, another 2.5 hours left. So look at the 15-minute. Okay, so what I'm going to do is it has got more room to come down, and we should be entering in two phases. One is trying to sell near 600. Then another one selling at 14,200 or extension of this. Put it as 14,050. So the stop loss, we will put it as 14,600. Okay, 14,600 and higher. Okay, so we have two entries based on this. Expect the price to test this and break, and if it breaks, then we should see a target extension of this level, which is about 112,200. Okay, 112 and 200. So let's go for this trade. I'm looking for crypto. Remember, this is a big contract, so our volume has to be down. So we'll just go for 0.1. 0.1. We'll sell at 13,600, and remember the stop has to be 14,600 or 14,200 and above. Okay, so this is my first trade. My volume is only 0.1 lot. Okay, this is only 0.1. I'm not expecting more than that. Then I can go for another entry at 14. Just now was 14,050, 114,050. So we go for another entry. This round we'll go for 2 units, 0.2 units, and 14050 and 650 as the stop. So that one I'm going 2 units, 0.2 units at 114,050 and $600. If I lose about $120. But on the other hand, I'm looking at a target of at least another 2,000 points. So if it's $2,000, then it should be about 2 times 0.2 is about $240, more than $240. So now let's move on to the next trade, which is Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum, we are going to see weekly. This is still holding above the open. So this is showing a strength on the weekly. Then daily, this is showing resistance, and opening is near the high, and opening the high is near the previous day close, which means to say that this market probable we may have seen the high for the day. Okay, looks like we may have seen the high for the day. So we try to go for a sell. Okay, let's look at the 15-minute. So we want to sell at 3590 and 3620. Okay, we'll go for 2 entries. Okay, stop being above 3660 and 3695. Okay, so we have 2 entries. 2 entries on Ethereum. Okay, I think this one we can go for 0.3 3590. If I sell at 3590, the stop has to be 3665. Okay, the TP I'll work out later. Okay, I'll work out later. So this is going to be your 3590. Okay, the 3620, I think we will work later. We will work later. So now we have done all the trades. The only thing we have left is okay. So now any other markets you want to discuss? I think Bitcoin I've already spoken. Gold also I think I've already spoken, and the gold we have not given the target yet. So that one I think we need to work now. Okay, the gold, if we are seeing I think the target should be somewhere near 66, 68. Okay, but let me see whether you see this pattern here, the price action here is showing higher lows and higher high. So today is the first day it's showing lower high, but still early and not confirmed yet. We should be able to see tonight, how the response is. So now we have to exit before 63. Okay, we have to exit before 63. So looking at this, right now this is a congestion. So if we see an extension, okay, 66, 68 is the level I am getting. And 50, 60, I think 65, 66 should be support, strong support. So the TP, we want to put it as 66 half. Then we are seeing the euro, okay, gold euro. Okay, we need to see the gold euro. Okay, 2908 or 2905. That should be your target. So looking at this, either we exit at 2906 or 2908. Okay, 8. Looking at the RSI, we might see 2906 or 08 as the target, and we want to put it as 2906 or 6 half. Okay, so now we have seen keyed in all the orders. The only thing I have not keyed in the TP is the yen, Aussie, and Hong Kong Hang Seng. So that is, I think I'll do it on my own, because I don't think anyone is trading that. Unless if you're trading, then I can give you the target. Otherwise, I'll do it on my own. Okay, I think that's about it. Any questions you want to ask, or any market you want to see? Okay, the question early on was said, pending orders or day or swing. Okay, this we are not talking about any swing orders now, because if swing orders we maybe I'll try to mention it on the comment. So mainly this is a day order, is day. The others all are scalping, because the reason being is two things. One is, you must understand, there is no data out today, so market is expected to be quiet and choppy. So we got to be careful, and we try to play the game as it is. So now, one more thing before I go off. Aussie, okay, Aussie, gold Aussie also, if the order is filled, I think I need to key in the target. Okay, now this is already approaching the previous support, and RSI is already over sold. So most likely we should see the price uh, stabilizing somewhere near 5190, and if it breaks this level, then we may see the price, but eventually the price is expected to break this low, because this is a three we call this pattern three drives to the top. Okay, 1 2 3. So most likely this is the top, or we may see one more, but that should be your final stop top, and we should see the price coming down. So if that is the case, then probably we may want to key in that target at 5190. Okay. So I think that's about it. So far the trades all are still under control. Okay, I don't see anything that is alarming or giving us alert saying that we should take action. The only thing is the the dollar yen. This is approaching 30 target. So maybe you may want to uh, take this trade. That is up to you. Okay, either you want to fight for another 10 pips, or wait, then you try to take a profit now. Okay, either way is your decision. Okay, I think that's about it. Any questions? If you have, say. If not, then I'll see you all again tonight. Yeah. Okay. So thank you very much. I'll see you again later tonight. Thank you. Bye.